Welcome back to the Kicks on Fire weekly review. We know it's been a while and we are glad to be back. I am your host, Jacques Slade. So with that said, let's get it started.
Kicks on Fire.
Coming in at number 5 is Jeremy Scott's over-the-top sneakers. Though his sneaker line debuted with Adidas in 2009, Jeremy Scott has been on the fashion scene for over a decade, dressing celebrities like MIA, Justin Timberlake, Fergie, and Kanye West. It was only a matter of time before he brought his avant-garde style to the footwear industry. Now make sure you click on the link below and it'll lead you to a post with a lot more information on Jeremy Scott and some of his very, very wild creations. Now let's move on to number 4. Coming in at number 4 is the Nike Air Max 1 ACG. Now this is seen in the dark shadow orange and purple colorway this week. Now the early release of the shoe was pretty exciting. However, we spotted the Air Max 1 in some compromising photos last week. They have yet to release in the US, but for those of you with a Swiss connection, you can grab a pair at Titolo. Let's move on to number 3. Coming in at number 3 is the Air Jordan 13 Retro in white and red. Now these were originally released back in 1998 and are making a comeback this December 18th. Now if you've been paying attention, you know that the Air Jordan 13 in altitude green was just released last week. Now with this black outsole and the white and red upper, these are pretty much looking like a must-have. Let's move on to number 2. Coming in at number 2 is the Jordan 617 Aqua. Now, the official colorway is black Concord, dark gray, and Orion blue. However, we call them the Jordan 617 23 Aquas. Now, the mashup is between the 6 and the 17, and it has quite literally had the blogosphere going crazy. Now, there is no official release date for this colorway. However, Jordan Brand has announced that the Carmines, or the black and carmine and white, will be hitting retail on January 8th for $145. Let's move on to number 1. Coming in at number 1, drum roll please, is the Kicks on Fire guide to ways you know you're a sneakerhead. Now there's lots of debate back and forth about what is and what isn't, what does and what doesn't make you a sneakerhead, and we think we've pretty much nailed it on the head with our post. For instance, if you don't wear certain shoes to certain parties or clubs because you're scared they're going to be dirty, I'm almost sure that makes you a sneakerhead. Well, that's all we have for our top picks. We'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you have the time and if you feel good about this video, make sure you subscribe. The button should be right up there, or maybe it's up over there. I'm not sure. It's on one of those sides, but make sure you subscribe and make sure you comment. You can check us out on Twitter. That's at KicksOnFire, or you can check me out on Twitter. That's at Kusto, at K-U-S-T-O-O. We appreciate you guys coming through. And as always, make sure you rate, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.